What's up, guys? It's Drew here. And today, this is kind of a viewer request, and it's actually, it was requested quite a while ago, but I thought this would be a good time to talk about it. And I had other content I wanted to create before then. But essentially, the topic is about ancestral clearing, shadow work with regards to ancestry. Now, I am not an expert or authority on any topic, but this is my own experience and how I have done this. In my own personal practice, a part of shadow work is clearing, and my preferred method of doing clearing is S.I.T.H, self-identity through Ho'oponopono. I have made a video on this topic, just briefly giving you a little idea of how that works. I will link it for anyone who's interested. But essentially, it's a practice of, from my perspective, I am connected to everything. I am part of it. So even if, the man across the street beats his wife, Drew is not physically doing that, but as we are all one and part of something larger on a spiritual level, I am on some level. I am responsible for that on some level. I am participating in that on some level, particularly if I am aware of it. If I'm not aware of it, it's a lot harder. But if Drew has an awareness of a situation, like, for example, back in the day when BP oil spill happened, and I'm watching footage of like sea turtles and dolphins dying in it, my dear soul sister, who named me She, who walks between the worlds, said to me, why don't you do S.I.T.H? Because I just felt so powerless. And for me, S.I.T.H is very empowering, because this way I can say, oh, okay, I came here, I'm living this life, this big event happened. Obviously, on some level, high up there, I agreed to this, and I'm participating in this as a witness to it, if nothing else. So I am going to say to the situation, to myself and to everyone involved, that I love you, and I apologize for what's happening or what has happened. I ask for forgiveness from myself and everyone involved, and I am grateful. I'm grateful for the forgiveness, and I'm grateful for the lesson or for whatever came out of it. Okay, these are the 4 steps of S.I.T.H, and this is how I use it and work with it. You can do S.I.T.H to a chair, you can do it to a person, you can do it to a place, you can do it to yourself, you can do it to a situation, like the BP oil spill. So this is what I did with my ancestral line. Now, I didn't set out to. We moved into this house the year after my mother died, and I had a lot of baggage from that, and that's where I started. I was really mad at her for a lot of things. Like, there were a lot of things she did that were messed up that I didn't get mad. I didn't allow myself to fully deal with at the time, because she's my mom, I love her, I forgive her, turn the other cheek, blah, 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 blah. And so I was stuck with all that. So I started working through that, and I started using S.I.T.H. But it turned into an ancestral clearing, because as I'm, remembering a behavior of hers, and I'm clearing it, and I'm in this mode, and I'm doing this clearing work, this S.I.T.H, suddenly I see her mother doing it to her. And I realized, because I knew enough about the situation, but I realized, oh, well, her mother or father or aunt or, somebody could have done it to her, and on and on and on and on. So it became this huge, okay, I'm clearing for my mother, I'm clearing for her mother, and I'm clearing for my father and his father and my mother's father, clearing for all of them. I am essentially saying, as I stand here, I am not going to give what was given to me to my children. I'm going to do better. So I love you. I love myself. I love my mother who did this thing. I love my father who did this thing. I love their parents who did this thing. Up and up and up. I love all of it. Everyone. I apologize. I apologize that I, on some spiritual level, volunteered for this crap. I apologize that there was so much pain that I experienced, talking to myself, that you experienced. And then to my parents and their parents and so on and so forth. Because I know the stuff that my parents went through, and I even know the stuff that their parents went through. Like, it's so much worse than what I went through. So even though I wasn't the one that did that thing to you, like I said, on a spiritual level, I have some responsibility. I am sorry on a spiritual level and even a personal level. I'm just sorry that you went through that. I apologize. Please forgive me. Forgive me for participating in this on any level. Forgive me for witnessing it, for knowing it, for not being able to, for whatever that looks like inside of you when you're doing the exercise. And I am grateful. I am so grateful. I am the person I am today because of every experience. I am grateful for the lessons that were learned. I'm grateful for your sacrifice, for your pain and your suffering that brought me to this place, and so on and so forth. This is the way that I have done my deepest ancestral work personally. This taking account, I'm taking responsibility for all the garbage that has gone on in my ancestral line. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to say it wasn't okay, it was wrong, it was hard, and I'm really sorry about that. And I'm going to feed it love. I'm going to feed love into every part of it, and gratitude into every part of it. Now, I'm not going to say that this worked overnight. I did this every day in the shower, every morning in the shower for I don't know how long, honestly. It could have been a full year that I did this. Because again, I would just get into this feeling, connecting with this line, with my ancestral line, and feeling I love you. Feeling and being totally in the energy of of these 4 statements, these 4 emotions, these 4 ideas, these 4 states of being. I love you. I apologize. Please forgive me. I'm grateful. Just fully in those. And my mind would go wherever. And plus I'm in the water. So intuitive hits. So, I just let it take me wherever it took me for that full year-ish. And this method is not going to be for everybody, but it is a very powerful tool for me in my practice. And I just thought I would share in the hopes that it might be of benefit to someone else as well. I hope that I articulated all of that clearly. I'm not sure. If you have any questions about anything I said, please just leave them in the comment section, and I will try to clear up any confusion or what have you, elaborate on anything. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and gratitude.